Kia ora. This is a Wild Magic Tavern podcast.
Welcome to
Fury of the Small!
Karla Rose gives him a beaming smile.
Oh, I think the night's just getting started.
Nasty, stinky little goblins.
Sly, Scritches, Smiggly, Skree. You are standing on a balcony outside of the back rooms of the tap room. There is a $1 million view looking out all of High Falls that greets you. And before that is the form of Karla Rose, this beautiful halfling woman with the long black curling hair. All other heads on the balcony are turned toward you. Bankers, gamblers, heavies. Karla Rose gives you a smile and says,
Let's clear the balcony, shall we? Lagan remains, but all of the others leave. Karla Rose, come, sit down.
I feel like a little kid in the big city. I'm kind of like shivering.
I take Smiggly's hand and I move to sit down.
No need to be afraid, loves. It's always a little bit strange at first, isn't it?
I don't sit down.
No,
I
I
just
think-
keep my distance.
Me and Sly standing holding hands
Yeah.
by the door.
You're wrong, Lagan. Only one of these is a Bragadark lot. You, I don't recognize. What's the name of your clan?
Smash more.
Schmag and schmorg.
Make a deception check. At disadvantage.
Schmeggenschmorg goblins.
I'm not going to let the rules of D&D out on this one. I am going to be rolling her
disadvantage.
insight check,
The
which is a
first-
+6.
First one was 18. Second one was a natural 1.
But because Scritches said it and Smiggly repeated it, that's the help action, right? So
No,
then
they
that
are both
cancels
saying
out.
it. They are both rolling at disadvantage.
Two disadvantage rolls?
Yeah.
So I'm rolling as well?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm rolling deception?
Yep, you can't roll a Fury Dice on a fumble.
Yeah.
12.
12 and natural 1.
Natural 1.
And if I fail it, I might use second wind to bump that up
What?
Okay.
as the fighter's new ability.
Oh, cool.
Tactical mind.
What was the total of your roll before?
12.
12?
Don't use it on Schmag and Schmog.
I'm using it on Schmag and schmorg.
If you clear
His words are his everything.
if you clear a 17, she will give her attention to you and not to Smiggly. Smiggly, like, how do you give it away in this moment? Like, what happens on your face?
I don't think I've really lied that much. I've lied to Skree, but never to someone,
Yeah, amazing.
like a proper grown up. And
nice.
so I think it's just like a kid. Like I probably just go like the goblin equivalent of like red.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
You got to clear a 17.
So I have to roll at least a 5.
Yeah,
6.
6. Her eyes seem to be focused on you, and she kind of ignores the quote-unquote child at your side and gives you all the status in this moment.
Yes, you heard what I said. Schmag and schmorg. That is our clan name.
There are so many, I can barely keep track.
I bet you can't.
Please sit yourself down. Are you comfortable? I see that your Bragadark friend here has a nice bottle of something sweet. Can I offer you a little refreshment? You've surely come a long way to get here, if I haven't heard of the Schmagenschmocks.
Yes, we've travelled quite far. I'm good on the refreshment. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm good. Oh, also, is she speaking goblin to us?
Yes.
Oh,
good. That's
okay.
cool.
As much as you can tell, it sounds like Goblin.
Wow.
Like she's just fluently slipped into speaking with you.
Okay. Lovely establishment you have here.
Thank you. Took a small fortune to put it together, but I'm quite happy sitting at the top of the heap.
Yeah. You proud of how you earned it?
That's an interesting question.
Just curious.
Listen, pride is a notion that changes from place to place. I'm sure that you have your own customs, your own idea of what pride is.
Yeah.
Where I come from, we had our own as well. I decided to sidestep. And I've made something quite pretty for myself, as you can see.
Can I please be looking around for our friend Sandor?
Mm-hmm.
Can I be like trying to
Make a perception
figure
check.
out where they might be? 16.
You glance around the bar. Like, she's emptied it.
Yes.
This is her private sanctum, and she has rendered it so.
Okay.
What are you looking for, little man?
Me?
Very young to be thinking of stepping away from goblin life, finding a little something special out here in the great wide world.
You don't always get to choose when you step away.
And is this sweet little fella yours? And she leans forward, and like the wide beam of her cleavage leans toward you as she reaches down and gives a little scratch on the top.
Don't touch him.
I give a little and bring Potato back to me.
Potato sort of lopes around the table, sort of encircles all of you, and then hops up onto your shoulder.
Look, let's cut to the chase, shall we? When we were passing through a town, what was his name? Hammondale, that's right. There was a statue of you in the square.
I did have my day in the sunshine.
Yeah, it was beautiful. But there were others in that statue as well. Do you still keep in touch?
Oh, well, only from time to time. You know how it is with adventurers. They come, they go, they form different parties. People die.
During this time, I'm saying nothing, but my ears are flattening like an angry sort of cat, and I can feel a rage just slowly building up and up and up as she talks. The pot is boiling.
Can I also be just quietly struggling, straining desperately, casting my, for the first time, invisible wooden mage hand?
Yeah, amazing. You do so like you're going like white knuckle at the side of the table, and like as you like reach up to your nose, you think you're going to have a nosebleed, but then you look down and there's just like the tiniest little trickle of white mist from your eye. And then as you come to, you are aware, though no one else is, of an invisible hand present in the room of your own creation.
Nice.
So do you know where those other two are? The one that's shiny and the leathery one.
I've got some idea. But I'm getting a few more ideas. She leans back and then, more quickly than you would think possible, slips her fingers into her bosom and pulls up a tiny little silver flute that she plays a 4-note tune on.
I need Sly, Scritches, and Skree to make a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I'm going to use a luck on this for sure.
Not me.
Not you.
It's a big fail from me.
2 18s with a +5.
I got a 6.
Sly and Scritches, you relax. You let your guard down a little bit.
The pot stops boiling.
Yeah,
Simmer.
this woman isn't a problem. This woman's gorgeous and friendly and charming. And she smiles at you and goes, "Hey, how about you take up my offer and get yourself a drink over the bar over there?"
That sounds like a fantastic idea. You know, you're such a lovely host.
Take the Baron with you and your friend with the big ears.
All right. Go
Have a
on,
little
son.
sipple over there at the private bar, not back onto the dance floor.
Okay, private bar?
Private bar just over there in the corner.
Wow, a private bar. So I've never been to a private bar. Let's go.
Off you skip, my little sweetling, and she gives Skree a smile.
Okay. And I totter off as well. But I'm pulling out of my pocket a poppet that has a tuft of black hair that I've taken from the wig bag.
I follow Scritches with my tongue out, like kind of like a dopey little dog.
Karla moves closer to wherever you are sitting, Smiggly. She sits down right beside you. Was that the faraway look I saw in your eyes?
It's kind of conflicting because no one really has ever asked me that before. So Maybe it was.
Beautiful. May I? And she reaches out a little finger and like catches some of the mist.
Oh, you...
Little resting on your cheek. So soft, so gentle.
Whoa, that's mine.
Very much is yours. What little spell were you casting? There's a hand somewhere. I heard it whispered through your head. Where is it?
It's my little secret.
It's invisible.
No?
That's extraordinary.
It's just in my pocket.
Your uncle, he's a curious fellow.
Oh, yeah?
I don't think he likes me very much.
He probably just intimidated by how beautiful you are.
Most likely. Your other friend. I can't see your brother doing it. But does she sometimes wear a skull on that pretty head of hers?
What makes you ask that?
Oh, it's just a little query I developed while I was sitting here sifting through your thoughts.
Oh, we're not very interesting, really. Actually, we were wondering, where the other goblins are.
Oh. Well, I have many of my little friends working here on the docks. In other cities, too. Goblin is very useful.
Why goblins?
You have magics that can set teeth upon edge. You're good at staying in the shadows. And also, I've got a soft spot for you.
Seems...
I don't tell anyone that, of course. I tell other people that I think you're disgusting.
Oh, God, she's good. I'm going to do...
You created her.
God, and she's so beautiful.
God, she's got me. I want to do an insight check on her. Like, how much is she tricking me? And does she actually have a soft spot for goblins?
Make an insight
She
check.
can't have a soft spot for goblins. I saw her. 5 + 3. I'm getting confused. 7.
7. She sees your, like, pupils flickering left and right. It's confusing, isn't it?
Can I be at the bar?
Hmm?
Are there any kind of like the equivalent of fantasy bowl of peanuts?
Absolutely, there's a fantasy bowl of
walnuts in the shell.
Walnuts in the shell. Yeah,
Okay, great.
The fancy land.
Yeah, I make it
Honey
look
roast.
like I'm eating them, but I pull them up, and as I do, I'm whispering ancient goblin tongue to them one by one and slipping them into my pocket.
Amazing. What drink are you pouring yourself, Scritches?
What's like the most colourful drink on the shelf?
There is one that like dances with strange rainbow colors in it. You pick it up and hey, Blusterfer's Brew greets your eye. Looking for a good time in the mind? Have a sip of the mind-bending elixir of destiny.
I will pop the cork and drink the whole thing.
You down this rainbow bottle, and the rainbows flow forth. Everything on this balcony rendered. Well, like in the Mario Rainbow Road, everything becomes a rainbow.
Can I watch Scritches do that, and then I cheers his empty bottle. I take the skull potion and I smash it directly in half, almost like when Rafiki breaks the thing at the top of the Lion King. I drink the brown liquid out of the bottom, and I remain holding the jagged top of the skull in my other hand.
I think alcohol to you registers as poison straight away. It's like what the hell is going on here? It's like a kid drinking whiskey for the first time. It is foul to you. Why would that lovely lady do that to you? Leans across as Sly starts to choke. Karla looks past and she does look disgusted.
Okay, great. I want to immediately do a quick investigation check, like with my just looking around and just try and gauge, is this actually a private room? Like, is this a good place to do some damage? 13 + 4, 17.
Lagan is still there. He's chuckling at the trio of charmed, quote-unquote, creatures in the corner. He is Karla's eyes and ears in this room.
I don't know how this spell works if you try and do it quietly, but I want to try and cast Friend on Laglan.
Amazing. I will say that in this moment of her distraction, cast your spell and do so with a sleight of hand check for me, please.
Great.
It's poison! The water's poison!
18.
I don't know what you're talking about, Slides.
18.
Fantastic. The flavors
You
are amazing.
cast very quickly on Lagan. How does friends manifest for you?
I think it's like a warm smell. Like I just picture times when I felt really safe and comfortable in the goblin cave, and I picture like the smell of my mum's cooking, and that smell just emanates out to a place, like a really warm, familiar place.
You see Lagan's mouth almost creep into a smile. He needs to make a saving throw against your DC. What's your spell save DC?
Oh,
Save
just
DC.
12.
12. He rolled a natural 14 on the dice.
Shit.
Don't try that, love.
Oh.
What was that? Your friend here was trying to get a little bit fancy with the elk. I understand. Such good potential.
I was just trying to impress you.
I'm sure you were, darling. Now, we're going to get down to brass tacks.
Yep.
One of your friends up there, I'm guessing the one who is currently retching up onto my floorboards, killed someone very dear to me.
Right.
That's correct. You don't have to answer, I see it in your head.
Right.
You are the last of that petty little lot, aren't you? The last one.
My hand's tightening around the poppet and my thumb
It took
pressing into the
such
chest.
a long time to find it, listening to that blathering idiot. But I had to find some way out of my own predicament. And she stretches languidly as she does so. Being a northern goblin is so boring. And as she does so, the disguised self falls from her. Long ears to either side of her head. So much tradition and routine. So many foul little smells. The humans are not much better, but at least they have a bit of imagination and a sense of freedom to them. You could sit like me. And she smiles, the faraway look blossoms through her eyes.
What? What's going on?
Are you... Is this real? I want to... Is she really a goblin?
Make an insight check.
I will do
In my
this.
charms
Yeah.
say, I just look at her and I'm lol on the ground laughing.
The halfling form is not beautiful to you. The goblin form is.
Wow. 20. But not natural.
20? You look up like maybe it's an illusion. Maybe it's not.
What a beautiful rainbow.
What does the northern goblins look like?
We will say that their ears are like very narrow compared to yours, and they have almost like rises and falls off to the side, like a lightning bolt. The face is definitely more like football shaped, sort of like squashed in, like Hey Arnold. And the form is a little more lithe and languid. Yeah.
Does she still have long
She still has
hair?
long hair, but you see as she pulls out 2 peaches from her blouse
geez.
and sets them down on the couch next
Oh,
to
that
her.
old trick.
I want to just like flash back. I remember how horrible she was. I saw stuff in the cave when she was there. Like she wasn't hanging back, right? I saw her kill goblins.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Where's Sandor?
Huh?
Where is Sandor?
Sander. Is that the little one that my boy took?
Yes.
I think he's still around. He was one of the useful ones, I believe.
Is he here?
No, but he is going to be somewhere. Somewhere soon.
What do you mean?
Well, I know a little something. I know where Sander, is that his name,
Yes.
is going to be.
Well, tell us.
I know where Norbert is going to be. Even in your charm state, you pick up on the name.
Which one's he? Is he the shiny one or the wrinkly one?
Your friend over there seems to know.
Bad rainbow. Bad rainbow.
And I think even Blusterford might be making an appearance.
Well, tell us where.
A much grander place than this, a city called Everbalm. They've been doing some fine work, and I think that soon they are going to receive everything that they've got coming to them.
By you?
The king and I both have a little surprise for those boys.
Do we get an indication whether it's the Goblin King or the Human King?
There is no Goblin King.
Oh, okay.
Like, you go like, king, we will say is the foreign word to
Goblin
Sly.
King?
David Bowie.
But you clock it. I think, Scritches, you are aware that, like, the king is the highest power in the land.
He's been so nice to us. What a beautiful friend she is. Telling us everything we want to know.
Do you regret it? Do you regret it, what you did?
Honestly,
Yes.
not one moment of it.
All right, I'll pull out my flint dagger, and I want to just stab her in the chest.
Amazing. That sounds like initiative to me. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that's what's happening right now. So please roll your initiatives.
I got 4, which checks out, I think, given my current state.
11.
14.
12.
Beautiful rooftop balcony fight.
Before we start attacking, can we just take a moment to just look out
appreciate-
and go like,
yeah.
you know what?
That's a great view.
It's a great view.
Yeah, and this goblins, they wouldn't have seen this view if they hadn't had their whole clan murdered.
And there's a lot of people worse off, you know? Look at us now.
Arlo, you see the dagger ting emerge and glint in the light in the hand of Smiggly, about to be plunged into the chest of your dear friend Karla Rose.
Paddy, don't you dare.
Smiggly, stop that! And I will run over. Can I try and do a disarming strike without doing damage?
You dirty dog.
Make your attack, and then I'll get you to make a little check at the end to see if you can do so without harming.
Or should it be a grapple instead?
I'm going to demand you make the disarming attack.
Okay. Shouldn't have said anything. Okay. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 to hit. Your uncle has disarmed you. We're not going to do full damage, but roll your d8 that you expended.
2.
You take 2 points of damage. It's almost like the
be
shock.
polite. She's our host. You've got to beat 14
Strength.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is strength.
Oh, God.
Strength saving throw
So
from the Goblin Road.
15 minus 2.
Oh no.
Not good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think your dagger goes flying.
Dagger goes flying. Smiggly, it is straight away your turn.
God damn it. I will try casting Witch Bolt.
Oh,
Yes.
huge.
Point blank, which one?
Point blank witch bolt. Against who? Against...
Against Karla Rose. I think my uncle's just an idiot. And he's back on being his idiot ways.
Please, cast your spell.
And this, I've never cast this before, but the rage of meeting her and the confidence of seeing my misty eye. 15 plus 4 is 19.
19 to hit.
Yes. Okay, great. So then my damage is
2d12, I believe.
Yes.
Which are these nice big chunky boys there on the very end opposite you.
Here I go. Oh, it's 12.
12 points of damage?
Yeah.
Very nice.
And I will bonus action. I think I can do this. I'll bonus action Mage Hand on her face. Just like, kind of like little sticky, invisible fingers just poking her eyes.
Amazing little bonus action mage hand
Yeah.
begins to like distract at her.
Yeah.
She just rolled under a 10 on her concentration check. So she has dropped her charm person.
Oh, thank goodness.
Your enamor of this halfling goblin woman fades immediately.
But the rainbows remain.
Karla Rose cracks like a sickly green smile, rows of sharp pointed teeth grinning around her. Skree and then Potato. What are you going to do?
I'm going to, my thumb that has been pressed into the chest of this puppet, I am pushing it further and further into the chest, and it starts to sizzle and smoke like a little bundle of twigs that you're lighting a fire with, and it starts to burst up. And I'm chanting in ancient goblin and casting a hex upon her.
Amazing.
She must make a kind of a saving throw that I will tell you now.
I think hex might be auto.
But does it just happen?
It does also happen.
I hex upon you.
How does this piece of magic manifest?
The smoke starts to billow, and then as it billows out of the chest of this puppet, then also out of in her heart, around that cavity, it starts to like burn. And I am chanting, "From the depths of your soul, which you curse now, brethren, I curse upon you this hex." And then I flick a walnut out of my pocket with my thumb, and it goes out into the night sky, out across the balcony, and then boomerangs back and strikes her in the head.
Amazing.
With this attack.
Go for your attack.
Piece of shit. 10. The walnut goes flying.
She just slides her head out the way. As she does, she sort of leans back and turns. Your eyes are now as milky as hers. And she goes, "Looks like I got the wrong brother." And turns around and places her focus squarely upon you, Skree.
I'm going to give her disadvantage on dexterity.
Dexterity checks.
Checks.
Very nice. Potato. On your shoulder, hackles rise, fur begins to fall away, revealing the green cat beneath.
Beautiful. I say, go help.
Potato lunges forward. Right now, he is just going to make a tooth and claw attack as he leaps across toward Karla and slashes down her back. That is a 13 to hit, which does not hit Karla. Karla turns, stands, looks down at the little cat. Well, hello. And the benevolent goblin looks up, does not smile, but just contorts into that cat-like snarl. Teeth go up, whiskers go wide as can possibly be. It is now Karla's turn. Karla looks around at all of you. She is going to bonus action disengage from the couch. She just languidly walks back away from you. Smiggly?
Leave.
If you are sentineling.
With the sentinel feat, I will be able to make an attack against her.
Very nice. You roll your attack as she says to you, Smiggly, sorry, my boy, but you just ain't got the shine to you.
That's a 22 to hit.
22 hits. Her
Cool.
quip is cut short by your blade.
6 points of slashing damage as Scritches kind of like in a flash whips round and draws the rapier across her chest and kind of whips behind her so there's nowhere for her to run.
Goblin blood is spilled. Her movement is reduced to 0. She stands there. Pity. And then she raises her eyes, looks up at the moon, and then cascading down her cheeks, the faraway look mists pour down to her ankles. And she goes, I always did think we were disgusting. She pours all of that self-hatred psychically into all of you. You need to all make an intelligence saving throw for me. The DC is 16.
What, I've been rolling bad? 9?
Yeah, 8.
20.
You know what? She's right.
1.
21?
8.
8.
You can't hate me more than I hate myself.
She looks down at you, gives a little shrug. This is a spell called Synaptic Static.
Oh, what?
Each of you are going to take a bit of damage, and then other nasty things are going to happen to you. You who failed each take 27 points of psychic damage.
Oh,
I'm dead. I'm
what?
down. I'm unconscious.
You're unconscious.
No.
And Smiggly, you take 13 points of psychic damage, Smiggly.
even though I got that,
It's a half for damage.
I'm not raging you.
And all of you who have
Shut
taken that damage have your minds muddled for 1 minute. During this time, you have to take a d6 and subtract it from all of your attack rolls, ability checks, and con saves. You have a d6 penalty to your rolls. At the end of your turn,
Lord.
you can make another intelligence saving throw to end the effect.
Cool.
This is not a concentration spell. Each of you suffer this damage of the synaptic static. That is the action, that is the bonus action, and she can't move. So that's it. Sly.
Okay. Sly gets up off the floor after lolling around with her tongue out. She has brown liquid of the skull drink pouring down her chest, and she looks up at this awful goblin and is just filled with absolute fury at what she's doing. And she flies into a big rage and withdraws her bone club.
This is your first rage since the night in Hammondale. As you rage, how does the power of your tree and the forest manifest itself around you?
Because in that night where she was exiled from the clan, the tree was her only savior. It's sort of like she spent so much time of grief and anger lying within its roots that it's almost like they're embedded in her veins itself. When she stands, it's almost like roots start growing up through the ground and
Amazing.
into her, giving her strength.
Like breaking up out of the floorboards, tearing up. At the start of any of your turns from now on, you can lend the strength of that tree to any creature that is close by to you.
At the start of my turn?
Start of your turn.
Okay, great. So I see Skree go down. I know I can't help. So I look over and give Smiggly a knowing nod. And you are imbued with some extra hit points.
2d6.
2d6.
Temporary hit
Oh,
points.
that's good.
Maybe we'll let Smiggly roll those while you
Yeah.
proceed with your turn.
Yes, I'm going to run at the woman and try and launch myself, much like I did on Rhapsody. I want to try and run around her and jump on her back. That's my signature move.
As you move toward her, she sort of twists like a dancer. Her arms spin out around her, and she gives a little kiss to a tattoo on her wrist, which maintains through both of her forms.
How dare.
You see an arrow shot through a heart. You have disadvantage on your attack roll.
Okay, great. As I run, everyone could swear that they see a bunch of like old dried leaves like flowing around in my wake. And I'm going to try and attempt to whack her on the back of the head with my bone club. 23, but minus this d6.
Minus, is that a disadvantage as well?
So the 22, I think, was the lower roll.
22,
Oh,
and now take
yeah.
away a d6.
Yeah. 4. So 18 to hit.
Still hits. Roll for damage.
Sir.
That is 15 bludgeoning damage to the back of this goblin's
Yes.
football head skull.
Bravo.
Amazing. I think she underestimates you in this moment. She flows out of the way. She's twisted fate around you. And so when the strike hits and she grits her teeth, she then looks up at you. I knew I shouldn't have underestimated you, not after what you did to my darling, sweet, beautiful idiot of a dwarf.
Can I, in this moment, just like baring my little shark teeth with drool dripping down and eyes glowing red, just whisper in her ears,
I killed him, and now I will kill you.
Amazing. At the end of
But
your
I'm
turn,
grabbing onto the
what
back of her
is-
head.
What is the most intrusive thought that Sly could have in this moment?
I'm going to turn on them after I kill her. I'll kill them all.
Amazing. We move back to the top of initiative. Arlo.
Okay. What's this other goblin up to?
Lagan is on there. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh.
Initiative for him.
he's just watching.
He rolled
He's fine.
19.
Okay.
He has gone to the door in that last turn. He is like, with all goblin speed, has gone to the main door and has opened it up and is shouting out to the club below.
Okay. I don't care about that. I care about the child that's fallen unconscious. So I am going to break away and run back to Skree.
Going
Data
to make an opportunity attack against you. She has Warcaster. I need you to please make an intelligence saving throw.
that is a 12.
A 12 is a failure. You take only 4 points more psychic damage.
Cool.
And you can't take a reaction on your next turn. And on this turn, you choose whether you move, take an action, or take a bonus action.
That sucks. Okay, cool.
You're frozen in this moment. You were
Yeah.
going to leave, and then she said, "Don't you want to dance a little more, sweetheart?"
Still with your action.
And you can choose. You can move. You can use your action. You can use your bonus action. Only one of the three.
Okay, I'm going to use my action to attack her. I'm going to attack with the rapier. That is a 19 to hit.
19 to hit.
Get
does
her
indeed
ass.
hit.
I would also like to throw a menacing attack into there.
Yeah, absolutely. Wisdom
so-
save for her.
Yeah, wisdom save.
Wisdom save. She's going to spend a luck to give herself advantage on the roll.
She's got a bit of 14.
14. Her wisdom is +4, and she clocks it with a 15.
Okay, she takes an extra 6 points of damage as I try and like ram the rapier into the side of her body.
You stab into the side of Karla Rose. This is not Rhapsody White, the dwarf fighter. This is a relatively slim, not a physical fighter. In those two attacks, You deal devastating internal damage to her. Stab and stab. She loses the smile. A hand goes to her side, staunching the blood. She is hurt.
In that case, I will action surge.
Take it.
Yeah, and I'm going to make another attack.
Yeah.
This time with the dagger.
She is going to give you disadvantage with her last lucky point.
Cool. That's a 19 and a natural 20.
Whoa. Take a d6 off that 19.
2.
17 hits.
Okay.
Come through, Scritchy.
I'm going to... Is she holding a weapon?
No.
Okay, I'm going to try and frighten her again as I like... The rapier is kind of like wherever it is in her body, and I'm going to like put my arm under the other one of her arms and try and draw the dagger down the back.
She rolls a 3 on her wisdom save. She's going to fail. She's going to take damage.
She's going to be frightened. 3 plus 4 is 7 points of damage plus 14 points of damage all up.
Okay.
Huge
Slash,
turn.
slash, slash.
Huge
How
turn.
do you almost kill Karla Rose?
I think I like draw the dagger down her back, and I'm trying to like open the soft side of her belly, but the blood is kind of like too slippery as it pours over my arm, and I kind of like, she kind of falls back and spins away from me.
Huge. She's used her reaction. That is a clutch turn, Mr. Scritches. We are with Smiggly, then
you
we are with
please
Skree.
Do an intelligence saving throw
Oh,
and
yeah.
try and get out of this stupor.
That's a 14.
Fails.
Yeah.
Smiggly, we get back to the beginning of your turn. The faraway look is still in your eyes. Your fingers crackle with that electricity of the strike you did before. You see this goblin woman on death's door.
Great. So, bonus action. I will continue to create damage with Witch Bolt.
You roll a d12,
Great.
and she is going to try and reduce this damage using her Fury of the Small Dice, which is a d8.
Don't do
she
it.
only has 3 hit points left.
I've got
Self-hatred of the small.
I got 12.
12? She braces herself, grits her teeth. There is a flare of electricity from you. Momentarily, all of you are blinded. And then Karla Rose slumps back into the position on the couch that she had before. Skree and Potato, the danger most present to you now is a voice going, "Oi, lads! Get down here!" It's your turn.
I will roll a death saving throw.
Whoa.
It's a success on a 13.
Potato is going to leap over to you and land on your chest. Potato is going to attempt to make a
Medicine
check
Thank
on
you,
you.
Potato.
Potato has a +1 to this roll. Rolls a 15, +1 is a 16. Potato lands bolt upright on your chest and for a moment flashes into the form of the puppet on your chest. And a little of that life essence seeps into you and you stabilize.
Potato, I'm sleeping. Leave me alone. I don't want to
It's
get
all
up.
right, my boy, it's all right. Karla, on her turn. You can choose. Is she dead or is she unconscious?
Oh my god. Dead.
Karla Rose lies against the couch. The faraway look blossoms from her eyes into a cloud of mist in the sky. Dissipates. Goes away. How do you make your escape?
I think Scritches' impulse would be to bar the door as quickly as possible.
Please, are you going to try and kill Lagan or are you going to try and restrain him?
He's out the door, isn't he?
He's shouting out the door.
Kind of in the doorway with his back to us.
Yeah.
With Sly, I think collectively we'd try and kick him out the door.
Yeah, amazing.
Like, push him out the door.
Make an unarmed strike.
No, 3.
You push at his shoulder. Sly then appears behind you. Make an attack roll just for you.
With the force of like a tree trunk leg, I take like one of those kind of jujitsu like kick swings.
Absolutely. What does your attack roll come to?
10.
10. You kick out at the back of Lagan, who turns around. You idiots. Think about what you've done for us. And then he goes to gap it.
Yeah, great. I will fire a crossbow bolt at him on his way out.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Take your shot.
Are we still in initiative? No.
I'm sort of in a loose little storytelling
Dirty
moment at
20?
the end.
Yeah.
Dirty 20. Bolt sinks into his back. Roll for damage.
I'll use the push feature to try and pin him to the wall.
I will. Yeah, pin him to the wall.
12 points of piercing damage.
Amazing. Can I go one better than pinning to the wall?
Yeah.
He is running. You shoot. The push property tips him over the balcony, head over heels, right into the middle of the dance floor.
And it was like a hip fire. It was
Chaos erupts. I want to sink a little bit into the headspace of Smiggly as this action is happening at the doorway. You look down. You're quite aware that you had the restraint to not kill Karla Rose, but you did.
I think I'm just as much as a goblin can, I'm kind of retching and shaking and sweating and looking at my fingers that are probably still fizzing with electricity and just thinking, what have I done? What have I done? I've never seen my mum, I don't think I ever would have seen my mum or dad kill another goblin.
No. Killing a goblin is how you get driven out of a goblin clan, as that was.
What have I done? And I think I want to just start trying to leave. Just go, how do we get out of here?
If you're in your childish instinct, you run and you just sort of hit the balcony, sort of white knuckle looking out over high falls. You hear the thuds, the push, the buckle of the crossbow bolt as Lagan is shot in the back. The door is slammed shut. And you are looking out across the city, desperately wanting to escape. And you look down and you see a crossback street, but 300 feet below you, you almost faint from the vertigo of the moment.
And I think I would I'm trying to get out and I'm thinking about Skree and the fact I'll never be able to look Skree in the face again.
You Skree, you can't look him in the face again. You turn around, he's unconscious.
Oh.
He's hit his head on the deck.
Skree, God, I think, shoot, I'm so disorientated from
Smiggly, get a potion in his mouth now!
What? Okay, and I'll run back and pull out. I just have lesser restoration.
I think I'm going to say, you pour the potion into his mouth, you don't know what it is, this blue bottled liquid, this beautiful opalescent jelly-type liquid pouring over his face, and nothing seems to work. And you see in his own pouch, Skree's other bottle sticking its neck out.
I'll try that one too, I guess.
You pour it into Skree's mouth. Skree, you come to with 15 hit points.
Incredible.
And familiar taste. The thought leaves your mind. You hear the sound of thugs and heavies shouting down in the club as it empties. You've got the balcony to nowhere and the club down beneath. A rock and a hard place. Clinging to the side of the balcony, a great snub-nosed bat clicks and whistles at you, Sly.
I'm standing in the doorway after I've run out after the goblin, and I've been attacking the making out couple that's been in the corner. I've just been slamming a club into them. But at the sound of the bat, I come running back out.
You sort of elated arrive back in the doorway, see this wild creature that you tamed to bring you here returned, and that sort of wild battle joy is still upon you.
Yeah, I just take a basically run, flying leap off the balcony and grasp onto its belly with my claws, and then I turn to the others. Come!
Yeah, I limp across the balcony and stagger up and take hold.
I think Scritches is just going to go through Karla's pockets with his crossbow pointed at the door, just doing a quick search.
Investigation check. I'm going to give you disadvantage at the pace that we're working at here.
I'm going to cast, still deeply disorientated, but almost in pain, cast Fog Cloud. Oh. Yeah.
Smoke, like dry ice rises from the broken floorboards completely engulfing the balcony as you are patting down the goblin, the broken ribs, the slashes, the cuts to the head and the neck that you inflicted.
I rolled a 15, but I'm going to burn another tactical mind and get a 19 on that roll.
Amazing. We will say that she has like a small pocket book in a breast pocket that you take. You hold it in your hands. You look down at a dead goblin. Another dead goblin.
Scritches breathes out and then turns and leaps onto the bed.
Come, Smiggly, come.
I can't. I'm a monster. Like you.
My eyes dull red, the flash gone, and more of like a kind of dark blood red. Suddenly I'm with you, and I hold out a gnarled claw and say,
Come.
I can't resist. I've never been offered this beautiful hand before, and my tiny little goblin paw will put its hand into your clawed fingers.
Can I please get... You can all make your choice of a dexterity or a strength saving throw. The DC is going to be 17. More than 3 of you need to succeed. Dexterity or strength saving throw for each of you.
17.
1 success,
I got a 17.
Oh,
2
great.
successes.
I'll do my Fear of the Small, because why not? 13, 14, 15. Not enough.
1 failure,
but I am on 16, 17, 18.
3 successes.
Oh my god.
You can't
Oh my
see
God.
the hands of the bouncers that grab Smiggly from behind. But there is a moment where your brother is nearly torn from you, because in the same instant that the heavies grab, the bat kicks off. But as the fog cloud parts in your arm, dragged along behind you, Smiggly is still with you.
Yellowed, long, scary claws and bony hands grasp onto your very youthful little goblin hand as you dangle to the side. And I say,
I got you! I've got you! Hold on!
Fury of the Small was produced by the Wild Magic Tavern in partnership with the Spinoff. It was written and game mastered by Paddy Carroll, with Tom Eason as Skree, Hope-Higginson as Smiggly, Arlo Gibson as Scritches, and Brynley Stent as Sly. Series artwork is by Lars Cawley. It was produced, edited, and sound designed by Aihe Butler. Special thanks to Sam Small, Olivia Marhood, Lewis Gregory, Mad Chapman, Jen Follett, and all our nerdy mates we've played D&D with over the years. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you check out Nightcap, our special after show where Paddy and the cast pull back the curtain and talk about their experiences making Fury of the Small. You can find these as bonus episodes in the podcast feed or see full video versions on the Wild Magic Tavern's YouTube channel. Thanks so much for listening, and we hope to have you back at the table soon.